Hello everyone and welcome to our new channel about cars. And I hear you thinking, yeah, another channel about cars, I've seen this before.
But we're going to do things differently. Like, subscribe and let us know what you think. And we hope you like this first video.
Thanks guys. That's right, our first video. But what's so different about it? Now there have been a lot of things about specific eras to remember. Some are worth a tribute, while others are better to be forgotten. We all remember the 80s, 90s and 2000s for our own reasons. Yeah, the good old times. A commonly heard thing is that times were better back then. And with the age I was back then, it certainly was for me. Carefree playing on my Nintendo, with my friends while eating pizza. Telling my mom I could go out because my dad said so. And the best was, she couldn't reach him to ask anyway, because technology like mobile phones didn't exist the way they do now. Yeah, the good old times. But little did I know back then that my biggest love would go back to these eras. If I would have known what I know now, I would have started collecting something else than Pokemon cards and shiny marbles. I would definitely have started a collection of cars, because I think we can all agree that cars from these eras were absolutely brilliant. Large engines, proper steering and designed to simply display as art. But hey, who's to blame? Pokemon cards and marbles would sure have looked more appealing than a car from the young me perspective. In our upcoming series, we are going to take you on a trip down memory lane. We are going to drive cars from the era we absolutely loved them. We are going to drive the type of cars a true petrolhead with a love for, and I quote my girlfriend here, absolutely shitty old unreliable cars would own. Cars that are driven by true drivers. Today we are driving a 2002 Audi A4. The car we are driving is a 2.4 V6 engine with Audi's notorious multi-tronic gearbox, which is basically a CVT gearbox when put into manual mode has 6 pre-programmed gears. Now these gearboxes were probably designed by Audi's Italian intern, because when they work they are magnificently smooth and really nice to drive, but tend to fail every now and then, or now and a lot. Anyway, this particular car has done a little over 240,000 kilometers and the gearbox is still silky smooth, which shows that they're not all bad, especially when you consider the age of this 2002 car. Now for a car this age, it's doing pretty well on the inside. You see a lot of features that you still don't get on the new car. This car, for example, has a leather interior with heated front seats. There's some nice plastic wood, I mean, who doesn't want that? It has electric windows, mirrors and a trip computer. It even has 2-zone climate control and a multifunctional steering wheel. And the sound on this Audi is amazing. It has a 10-speaker system with the Audi Concert, and it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, this car's option list can still keep up with the cars today. And sure, maybe it's a bit more boring than a BMW or less elegant than a Mercedes, but I think Audi did a pretty solid job with this model. The fat rear with the dual exhaust and the wide fenders remind me of the older DTM cars, even though they probably didn't have a tow hook. And the front is somewhat aggressive, which you always like to see on this type of cars. And even though I'm more of a BMW guy, I do like the looks of this car. So this car is definitely more of a cruiser than a racer. The engine is there when you need it, but might feel a little lazy sometimes. V6 has 170 brake horsepower and 240 Nm of torque, which is more than enough for normal traffic, but I wouldn't take this to a track day. According to Audi, it should do 0 to 100 in 8.9 seconds, and with a top speed of 222, still decent for modern standards. And even while it's more of a cruiser, when you start pushing it a little harder, you notice that the handling is pretty decent. It's actually not the 0 to 100 where this car shines. It's the 40 to 180. And even at the higher speeds, it's still smooth and it's super easy to drive. I mean, I'm not in a racing position and I'm doing pretty fine. Now I can see why people would buy this car, or better said, why we bought this car. Because yep, this is indeed our own car. This is the car we will use to film with, to get to locations and stuff all our gear in. So yeah, it had to be a bit spacious and it had to have a bit of speed. Otherwise we can't keep up with you guys. But most importantly of all, we preferred the bespoke multitronic gearbox because we needed its smoothness to make a steady film. And being smooth, that's what this car is doing best.